The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Easy.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Elliott. He'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Cooper was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike 55, Mike 55. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Kill. 54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Prescott to throw this time. Flushed it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him... And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Third and long for Cousins. He wants it all for the end zone. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, and some room to run now. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Ready?
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that brings up 4th down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired. That's fielded in the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got his target. It's come. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
47.
Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Caught left side by Cobb. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them. And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
We're going to 52. What we got? My 55.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. Set. 180.
6 right there. 56.
20.
Check safety, check safety.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And a throw right sideline is complete. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. Lucky. No. Great.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Great.
56 to Mike. 56 is the
Express.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
Newton on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Good. Express.
Mike 50.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Set, hut, go to base.
You can't block me.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
This is Grant looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack on first down, Newton, they'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Ready? 56. Tackle. Wide. Keep it fast. 36.
On first down, Bernard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A strong running. Past the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Casey Hayward makes the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
On third down, Jackson flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They will run with Grant. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Newton to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A shotgun snap for Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Newton throwing again. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
56, Mike, 56. 56 to Mike. Gun. Rabbit. Hustle. Mike 56. Mike's 56.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
He's not going to get me. 56 to Mike. 8. 56. I got him. Check fast. Please.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Right 88. Go. Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run here with Bernard. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Giovanni Bernard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
52's the mic. Come on, D. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14?
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
It's a sack. Come on, fellas.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing left side, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. From the gun on third down, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Newton now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking deep downfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Newton. Wide open receiver complete. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Newton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Check 20. Check 52. Watch 8.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Newton. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
He's got it with the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Oh, and a bad throw there, and coughed it up. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Check 24, check 24. 20. Gun.
3rd and long. It's Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's get it. Mutt's 56. Let's go.
Now a give right side. It's Jenkins. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 8. We got to step it up. Check your hot read.
Now a give right side. Newsom. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Come on, QB, come on. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Zoom.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watch out. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Now Newton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now it's Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's going to fire one deep up. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Caught left side, Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Kill.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go, boys. Go. At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Uchenna Nwosu. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, they complete it to Hill. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Get that ball. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. I got it.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. They're going deep for Hill. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And now here is another interception. Desmond King picks it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
I'm coming after you.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, go. Calm crouch. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown, complete. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready? Pittsburgh. They can't hang with us. Look right.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touch. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Did they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done,
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
20.
They snap it to Newton. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Let's go. It's not a rule. 51, Mike, 51. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Check. 51 the Mike, boy. 51.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Time go. Jack, grab it. Jack, let it go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Uchenna Nwosu. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To try again after the sack. Jackson flush to his right. Space to run past the 20. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
3 down. Right here, guys. Fight. 51.
Let's go, D. Let's go, B.
Now Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for